I'm Andrew Porter from East Coast Yacht Sales. You're joining me aboard the 2019 MJM 35z Waterlee. What a pleasure to be on Waterlee today. This is the Doug Zurn design MJM 35z, built by Boston Boatworks in Boston, Massachusetts. This is American quality, American build, elegant day boat, small family cruiser. This boat does a lot of things really well. This boat was designed specifically for outboard power, unlike a lot of the competition that was hanging outboards on previously designed boats. Zurn and Boston Boatworks collaborated to put together a specifically designed outboard boat, and it shows. The performance, the efficiency, the livability, the sociability, this boat rocks. Can't wait to show you. We'll go for a little walkthrough tour. Let's go. Stepping aboard at the back of the 35Z. Obviously the outboards are in a properly mounted well, and the Zurn design team thought out really well done swim platforms, port and starboard, which makes swimming easy, getting aboard from a dinghy easy, boarding from a launch or a dock. But really the best part is these hull extensions. They have a little bit of tumble home in them, and they kind of cover, so to speak, the outboards a little bit. Not completely, obviously, so the outboards are still protruding out behind the boat, but they are an elegant touch instead of, just slapping a pair of outboards or hanging a bracket on the back of a boat. This is much better thought out, well designed from start to finish, and it shows that this boat was designed as an outboard powered boat. These are the V8 Mercury 300s, workhorse engines. My favorite Mercury in the line. They go and they go, and they are wonderful. 300 hours on these Mercury 300s and going strong. There is a door, port and starboard, and in this configuration we will enter through the port side door. We're on the Flexi-Teak sole here, which is has the lighter caulking, which is sort of a more modern take on a faux teak and holly. And you see the beautiful seating, bench seating, forward facing, with one removable seat all the way outboard to starboard. So right now that's covering the other boarding door there, but with the boarding door to port, I think it's the right setup. You maximize the seating and you still have a good way in from the transom. Starboard side, there's a single aft-facing bench. Again, a little bit of a social area, just more seating back here, really nice social space. And to port, there is a dry bar. So nice countertop and bottle storage, and then the isotherm fridge with a little freezer box. Port and starboard, we also have boarding doors. So this is phenomenal for different heights for a dock, for getting off the launch. Elegant, well executed, and makes getting aboard really easy. Another really nice feature of Waterlee is this aft cockpit bimini. So this is a removable bimini. It's a vinylized texture, so it's very waterproof, and it creates another shaded spot in this entire outdoor aft cockpit. Roll it back and put it in the back position, in the stowed position, just to show the difference. But it's a very elegantly done, high quality bimini, and it works really well, creating another outdoor space where you're out of the sun. The ultra leather cushions are beautiful. It's a textured khaki beige color, in great condition. No issues that I can see, they're gorgeous. Stepping forward, we're coming through a soft enclosure at the back, roll up in the center, so you could have that down on a cold day. There's also a bug screen in this one, and that one, the center one, also has ventilation in it, so you could roll it up for ventilation. But it does give you an enclosure if you want it, or you could open it wide open for day use on a hot summer day. The bridge deck feels very familiar with all other MJMs. There's port and starboard bench seats, helm seat and companion seat forward, all in this lovely ultra leather. Massive storage under each of these. The social space in here, if you did want to be enclosed, is amazing. Now on a hot summer day, you've also got opening windows, port and starboard, That is a massive amount of air that lets in. You could slide that back to open it, or you could slide them both forward if you wanted the air further back. Same thing on the port side. You've also got overhead hatches, port and starboard. And then you have the front opening windows. These have the optional electrical articulation. So with the push of a button on the helm, I'm opening those at full open. Those are horizontal, so they are letting in huge amounts of air. When you're underway, I wouldn't run them like that, but you can bring them down just to get some ventilation in here. You know, it's a beautiful summer day, and I'm perfectly cool in here in the shade of the hardtop. Footrests for the companion and the driver. The beautiful Stid chairs. The two varnished drawers, port and starboard, for some nice storage. One of the things I like about the companion seat over here is you're up at a good height. When you're out running, you're seeing just what the person driving is seeing. You're in the action, you're facing forward. Talking is easy. You're a couple of feet apart. With the outboard engines way back there, 15 feet behind you, noise levels are just above talking levels. So you're speaking in normal voices. You're not yelling over a big engine noise. Here we are at the helm. Very familiar feel to all MJMs. Beautiful execution. For example, this varnished teak wheel is just absolutely gorgeous. Here are the traditional sticks for the Mercury, and then here is the JPO control. This is the joystick piloting, Mercury's system for that. It includes heading hold at autopilot and also skyhook. So you can go out and park the boat, maybe set up fenders and lines if you're coming into a dock, and the boat will stay basically in the same place, sort of in a hover mode using GPS position. The big Raymarine plotter, radar, and Raymarine depth. There's a Mercury screen dedicated for Mercury. The zip wake. This is the trim tab system on the boat. These are the Interceptor style trim tabs. Really nice system, really great control using the wheel, and some auto settings as well if you want certain ride characteristics. And here's the Seakeeper panel. So this boat's equipped with a DC, direct current Seakeeper 3. And that can run on DC. If the engines are running, it'll run forever. There's also a generator on board, which we'll take a peek at, which gives you additional power, battery charging, and access to some of the other alternating current. Also an independent side power bow thruster, which is just helpful for docking. Of course, you can do it the old-fashioned way if you want to with the two sticks. Raymarine VHF is above. Windshield wipers with washers. These are drop-down sun shades. This is an MJM classic option, and they are elegant, they are simple. Look at the shade that creates. Really, really awesome. Let's take a peek down below. Immediately to port is the galley, which is functional but simple. Single burner, stove, lots of nice storage space, plenty of room for snacks and coffee and drinks and chips and everything you're gonna bring with you. Microwave oven, a drawer fridge from Vitrifrigo. Single drawers, plenty of space for this boat. Plus you have the outdoor drinks fridge, so you can be using both. Waterlee has a solar panel on the roof, which allows you to leave that fridge running all the time during the summer. When you're getting any legitimate sun, you are net positive on battery charge with the solar panel and leaving that fridge running. It's absolutely fantastic. The Corian countertop is beautiful. The sink is underhung, also Corian. Freshwater tap plus filtered water. A nice galley. Triple drawer storage, which shows the build quality. Look at the dovetails. So that's Boston Boatworks just going the extra mile, putting together a beautiful drawer when they could have just done sort of a off-the-shelf, stapled together style drawer. A garbage can here, which is a nice little touch. Take a look as we look forward into the V seating area. Look at the cherry slats on the hull ceiling and the cherry shelf. It's beautiful, really well done. Whether you were using this as we have it now with the table, so you could be down here you know, doing cocktails or hors d'oeuvres if you wanted to be out of the weather, or if you converted this and set it up as a very large queen for 2 people sleeping in here. Either way, very simple, very elegant. Overhead hatch, port and starboard hull port lights with shades for privacy and to keep the sun out. Here is the air conditioning control, plus reading lights port and starboard. Hanging locker also to port, and the classic MJM mirror. And here's the head. Light, airy, very well done with Corian, which matches the galley Corian. Lots of storage outboard and under the vanity. Freshwater flush Dometic toilet with the electric fingertip controls there. Access behind, this is under the helm basically. We're looking back on the starboard side, so you've got access to all of your electronics right there. There's about 6'3" of headroom in here. It goes down slightly as you go forward. There's a tiny bit of ramp to the house, so it's probably 6 feet all the way forward, and it's 6'3" back here at the companionway. Look at the beautiful steps too. 2 steps up to the bridge deck level. High gloss varnish, bilge access, shower sump, and then some storage under the top step. Fusion stereo. DC distribution panel. You've got remote battery switches here for the house and the generator, plus the ability to parallel those. And then you've got engine start down there. All Boston Boatworks special. Beautifully done, beautifully executed. You'll see single level. So from the transom all the way to that companionway going down below, we're on 1 level. No steps, no bump ups, nothing in your way, and then of course only 2 steps down. So truly single level living from the transom all the way in here. Makes it convenient. Want to take a closer look at the FlexiTeak. So this is a vinyl faux teak sole surface. It has the white caulk lines, which is the more modern take on the old teak and holly look. Easy to clean, wears well, nice underfoot. Really no maintenance other than keeping it clean. It's really, really nice. Take a quick peek inside the port and starboard. Massive storage in here. Also some technical stuff, water tank, hot water heater. Aircon is forward port there. Lots of storage in here. Inverter charger back around the corner back there. All well labeled, well thought out. The build quality is really just top notch. Starboard side, similar. Second water tank, more electrical outboard, more storage. Waste tank is forward, starboard. Loads of room to swallow up all the gear that you'll bring aboard with you. Under the aft forward facing bench, even more storage. We've got the purpose-built fender bags, you know, a nice sole down there to step in. And then right here we've got a shot of the Westerbeek gas generator. It's a 3.5 kW, more than adequate to run air conditioning, charge batteries, hot water, everything you need on this boat to keep her running. And then in front of the smaller starboard aft facing seat is another small storage locker, lines, fenders, cleaning supplies, safety gear. And then over to port and starboard, we have lockers under the sole, more storage, engine start batteries are aft. Clean and tidy, well designed, well built, well executed. This is just an elegant, elegant take on a day cruiser, cruising boat. Absolutely lovely. That's Waterlee, the 2019 MJM 35z. If you have any questions about the boat or if you'd like to schedule an appointment, my name is Andrew Porter. My information is below this video. I look forward to showing you this boat.